Welcome to the training video for the Polycom SoundPoint IP335. The IP335 was created to bring a high-quality, cost-effective solution to cubicle workers / call center agents. The SoundPoint IP335 delivers a business-grade telephony endpoint at an entry-level price. Some features include Polycom HD voice technology on both the handset and the integrated speakerphone, a backlit graphical display, as you can see here. It's a two-line phone supporting three-way local conferencing, transfers, and all the basic phone features. I'll start the training today by covering the standard buttons associated with the Polycom IP335. In the right-hand side of the screen, you could see your extension. The three buttons below the screen are soft keys, and you'll notice in the video they will change their function with different call states of the phone. The dial button will be used to create calls. Line 1 and Line 2 show the different lines of the phone. Most phones are only configured with one extension. If you had two extensions, it would be Line 2. During an active call, the mute button will mute your voice so the caller cannot hear you. The hold button will place the call on hold. The headset button will switch to a headset if you have one connected, and the speaker button will activate the speaker. Finally, the two volume keys at the bottom service every volume that you may come across in the call. Right now, they do the ring volume. If you're active on the handset, they will adjust the handset volume. If you're active on the speaker, it will adjust the speakerphone volume. There are several ways to place a call on a Polycom phone. When you lift up the handset, you will hear a dial tone, and you can just dial the number. You don't need to dial 9 on our system. To do a hot dial call, which is dialing without a dial tone, just dial the extension and then dial the number. The call will immediately be connected. This gives you more time to dial the correct digits. Once a call is connected, you have several call control features. As I mentioned, the mute button will mute the call. There you can see that the call is muted on the display. You can place the call on hold by pressing the call hold button. It shows in the icon here that the phone is on hold and line 1 is blinking red. You can hang up the call while it's muted or while it's on hold and resume it at a later time. If you lift the handset off the hook, you can create a second call while the first call is still muted. To resume the call, press the resume key. Very good. To end the call, you can either hang up the phone or press the end call button. To answer a call, while the call is ringing, you can see the caller ID of the person who is calling you. The call can be answered by lifting the phone off the hook. You also have the answer soft key, which will put the call to your speakerphone or headset. Ignore will mute the call, and so you don't have to answer it. Otherwise, reject will immediately silence the phone. Some other call handling. Once a call is connected, you could transfer the call or initiate a conference. To transfer the call, you will need this transfer soft key shown here. As soon as the transfer button is pressed, the initial caller is placed on hold.
Hello. Thanks for calling.
The initial caller is placed on hold. You could dial the extension of the destination extension. This is an attended transfer. So now the first call is on hold and the second call is being initiated. You could complete the transfer by pressing the transfer key, or you could cancel the transfer by pressing the transfer key. Once the transfer key is pressed, the call is complete. That was an example of an attended transfer in which I spoke to the destination extension. Next I will show you a blind transfer. To complete a blind transfer, I don't want to talk to the person on the other end of the call. It's begun with the transfer button, and here you see that there is a blind soft key. So press the blind soft key and then dial the destination extension. The call is immediately dispatched from the phone and ringing at the far end Finally, to do a conference call, hi. To initiate a conference call, you'll press the conference soft key. Once again, the initial caller is placed on hold, and you can dial the destination extension. Now the second call is ringing and the first call is still on hold. When the call is answered, you can complete the conference by pressing the conference button. This now acts as a three-way call, and all three parties can hear each other. Most of the other functions of the Polycom phone will be accessed through the menu key. The menu key is located right here. Features we will access through this include call lists of placed, received, or missed calls, call forwarding functions, and the Do Not Disturb keys. Also, your voicemail is accessed through this feature. To access the menu button, press Menu and then Features, press 1, which is the option for features. You can scroll down the menu to see which option you would like to select. Here, to see the contact directory, you can press Enter. You could go back. Otherwise, there is Call Lists. And Call Lists is where you would access your received, placed, or missed calls. You get a shortcut to the received calls and the placed calls are the right and the down arrows on the phone. The right arrows will access all calls that you have placed on the phone, and you can press the left arrow or back arrow in order to return, or the down arrow shows you a list of all calls you have received or missed on the phone. Press back to get out of that. To set up call forwarding and Do Not Disturb, access the menu button, press 1 for the feature setting, and here you see option 2 is Do Not Disturb. I've selected 2 for Do Not Disturb, and you can see there is an X on the phone indicating that I am Do Not Disturb. Repeat the process in order to turn off Do Not Disturb. And the X is now removed. For call forwarding, you have 3 options for call forwards. Forward always, the phone will immediately forward the calls without ringing to the final destination. Forward no answer will ring the phone 4 times and then send the call to the destination. Or forward busy will send the call to its destination when on Do Not Disturb. Other features available from the menu button include customized ringtones, headset memory mode, which is where you enable the phone to remember if you have a headset. Also, you can access display settings, where you can adjust the phone display, the contrast, and you can adjust the time and date settings as well. Thanks for your attention, and thanks for listening to the Polycom SoundPoint IP 335 training video.